Hello everyone, in this tutorial we are going to learn how to model this facade, so without further ado, let's start. Now you can download all the source files from the Patreon page and it is going to be for free for the next 6 months. So I will start by going to the perspective, so double click to maximize the perspective view. I'm going to the layers, and I'm going to create a new layer and let's name it massing. And let's double click to select it, and the mass is going to be a simple box. I'm going to choose a 3-point box. And let's say the first point, and for this next point I'm going to type the length 30 meter and the width 20 meter. And for the height, this building is going to be 6 floors, so and the floor to floor height is 4 meters, so the total height is going to be 24. So I'm going to type 24 and click. So this is going to be our mass. Now we'll start adding more details for the facade. So I'm going to create a new layer and let's name it detailed model. I'm going to create another sub layer and a few more layers. The first layer I'm going to name it let's name it curves and give it maybe red color. And the next layer I'm going to name it floors. So to create the floor, I'm going to select the curve layer and select this mass, and let's use the contour command. So type contour, or you can find it here, which is this one. And I'm going to create a contour in the, let's close the project, and I'm going to create a contour in the Z direction, and the spacing is going to be 4 meters, so type 4 and press enter. So now we have the curve that we are going to use to create our floor. So I'm going now to select the floors layer, so double click on it, and I'm going to give it maybe some kind of gray color. And now I'm going to extrude all these curves to the down by a value of maybe 0.3, so type 0.3, while moving it using this circle. So now we have our floors. So this is like the main structure of the building, and we can hide the mass and we can hide these curves, but I'm going to leave this for now. I'm going to just lock the mass layer. Now remains creating the grid that we are going to use to design our facade on it. So the first thing, I'm going to select one of these curves and I'm going to explode it. I'm going also to select the curve layer and lock also the floors layer. I'm going to choose curves. I'm going to choose line from here and let's draw a line here. Okay, now I'm going to create a curve array. So you can come here and choose array along curve, select the object, which is this curve, right click and select the path. Now the spacing for the facade is going to be maybe 1.5. No, this is so dense. 2.5. Okay, let's make it 2.5. But I want to make sure that the distance are all equal. So I'm going to type a number 13. Right click, and now let's create array curve again. Type array curve, or you can select from here. Choose the object, right click, select the path, and for the distance 2.5. 9. So yeah, it's equal. Okay, now let's create another layer and let's name it facade treatment 1. And let's create 2 layers on it. The first layer is going to be cladding, second layer is glass frame, and the second layer is glass. You know what? Let's delete this. Let's remove this from this layer. Let's delete this layer. Let's create a layer named cladding and another layer named curtain wall, and let's add 2 sub layers to it. The first one is going to be glass and the second one is going to be mullions. And let's give them different colors, maybe some kind of blue color, some gray, and for the cladding maybe more of a white color. And let's select the cladding layer and create a 3-point box. You can select the box and choose from here 3 point, first point, second point, and let's set the height of it maybe 1 meter. Okay, I think 1 meter is too much. Let's use the scale in one direction and let's reduce it and make it maybe 0.8. Okay, so this is going to be our module that we are going to use to design the facade. So I'm going to convert it into a block. So choose define block from here and set the middle, and let's name it maybe F1. So I'm going to copy this facade along this element along the whole facade. So choose array, linear array, and we know that this the number of these elements here are 13. So I'm going to type 12. Choose this point and this point. Let's create a copy here. Let's rotate it. To create a copy, you can select it, move it while holding Alt using the gimbal to create copy. So I'm going to move this here. Selected, linear array, type 8 from this point to this point. And let's select all of this press Ctrl G to make to place them in one group, and for this Ctrl J also to place them in one group. Let's type mirror, let's copy to AS, and let's create a copy here and another copy here, and let's now select all of this. I think I will need to maybe create a 3-point box here for the corner part, and let's convert this also into a block in case we wanted to test any variations, and let's name it F2, and let's create a mirror, snap to the middle. I'll create a copy of this curve here, choose it, mirror, and snap to the middle of this curve, create a copy in here, create this one, select this curve, hold Alt and move it using the compass to create a copy, select this one and hold Shift to select this one too, type mirror, set copy to yes, and snap here to the middle and create a copy in here. So now select all these elements, hold Shift to be able to select multi-object at the same time, and choose linear array from here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so type 5, select this point and this point, okay, no, not 5, 6, 10, from this point to this point. So now we're almost done. We have our facade. Remains just adding more details to these blocks. Okay, now let's start adding detail to one of these blocks. So double click on this group. I'm using a plugin called Block Edit New. It adds a lot of features like isolate, and it allows you to edit non-uniform sketch blocks and a lot of other stuff. I already created a tutorial about it. You can check it. It's called Block Edit New, and you can download it. It's for free. So now I'm going to edit one of these blocks. So let's isolate it and let's start adding details. So I'm going to open AutoC plane, hold Ctrl Shift and select this plane, and let's double click the borders and let's offset it by a value of maybe 0.1. No, 0.1 is too small, make it maybe 0.2, and let's create another offset, but maybe 0.5 or 0.4, and let's cut the box and let's select these two curves and let's create maybe a loft between them. Let's delete the curves, hold Ctrl Shift and select all these edges, and let's move them, type move, and let's move them in this direction. Press tab to fix the move in this direction. So this these are going to be aligned with this line. Is going to be 0.8. The number is here, visible here, but I want to leave some space, so I'm going to type 0.5, and I'm going to hold Ctrl Shift and select all this again, but now I'm going to extrude it by the remaining value, which is 0.3, to have something like this, and select this one and hold Shift this one and press Ctrl G to join. Now I want to make all this one solid object, so I'm going to hold Ctrl Shift and delete these faces, and now let's select this one and type loft, or you know what, let's just extract these curves, all of these curves, right click, press Ctrl G to join all of them, and let's come here and create a planar surface, delete this curve, select everything and press Ctrl G to join and type merge all coplanar faces to merge all coplanar faces. And this is going to be our facade element. Now remains creating the mullions, so double click to select the mullion layer, and let's create a 3-point box here. Select this point, and here the middle of this part is going to be 0.15. You can check it here. So yeah, 0.15 is fine. Now for the thickness, I'm going to use shell, and the thickness make it 0.05. Press enter, select this face and this face. So now we have our mullion. It's creating the glass. Choose box 3 point, select this point, and the thickness maybe 0.02. Its height. Let's switch to the ghost mode. Came here, choose move, snap to the middle, and move it here. So and press OK. So let's close AutoC plane. So now we have our module, but of course the design doesn't look that good because it is one element and it is repeated in a modular way, just in a grid, which make it doesn't look that good. It looks bad actually. So, but it's fine. It's fine as a start. So we're going to start from here and start adding more details, more variation to make the design looks way more interesting. And of course, there remains adding material, but I'm going to keep the material for the end. So yeah, let's start adjusting the design. Okay, the first thing that I want to do is making some. Okay, first I'm going to select all these blocks, all these groups. So type select group, select all of them, and let's just ungroup all of them to be able to select these blocks easily. And the first thing that I'm going to do is converting some of these blocks into a solid. So we are not going to have too much windows like this. We need to have some solid panels. So I'm going to hold Shift and keep selecting some of these panels. I'm holding Shift to be able to select a multi-object at the same time. and you can hold Control to deselect object. Okay, now let's type create unique block and press enter, and let's name it maybe F2. If you're using Rhino 7, there is a plugin that adds these features, but let's name it a unique name, maybe 3. Okay. If you are using Rhino 7, Rhino 8, there is a native command called create unique, and if you are using Rhino 7, maybe there is a plugin that adds this feature, and the command name make unique. Choose this one. Anyway, so now let's come to the properties. This is the one that we just created. And let's delete this and start untrim. Okay, yeah, can use. Let's delete all of these faces. You know what? Let's go to the top view. Select this object, hide curve, hold Ctrl Shift, select this faces, type move, and make sure your project is open and move it in this direction. Press tab to fix in this direction and snap to this part and type merge all coplanar faces. Now we can use untrim, and here we go. We have our solid panel. So now I want to change the size of this windows. I don't want all of them to be the exact same size. So, and also for this cladding, I want to make it clear that this cladding is not just a solid wall. So I'm going to open auto plane, hold Ctrl Shift, select this face, extract. Shift, select this face, extract curve, offset by a value of maybe, let's open the cladding, select the cladding layer. We have value of 0.02, 0.05, and let's create a loft or maybe surface here with this curve. Select this surface and let's extrude it by a value of maybe 0.05 and create Boolean difference. This one, right click, select this one. Let's delete these curves. Save. Yeah, okay, this is starting to look better. But I want also to change, so I will delete this one and select all these panels and let's move it to the middle of this one. So came here, I move this direction, hold press tab to fix move this direction, snap until it reaches the middle. And so these lines are not continuous. I wanted to have some kind of variation. So I'm going to do it here and here. Move. What's the project? Move the direction, press tab, snap until it's in the middle. And here too. This one, delete all this, hold shift. And I move, snap to the middle. And for this corner, I'm going to select all these parts, make unique. This is a plugin which is called make unique. It automatically add a number 1 here to make the name of this unique different. Now let's start editing it. So select it and hold Ctrl Shift and move this here. Type move. But no, I'm not going to. I'm going to extrude it. Then hold Ctrl Shift and move. And press tab here. Move in this direction. Press tab to fix the movement in this direction. And move it. Why it's not moving straight? Again, type move. Move it here in this direction. Press tab. Yeah, no, this is right. Okay. Hold Ctrl Shift. Extrude this part. Select it again. Type move. Press. Make sure you are moving it in this direction. Press tab. And snap to this point. Now you can type merge all corner faces and press OK. But we had to change this one too. So we can replace it. So let's see the name. This one name F2 number 1. So we can select this one and type replace block. N S for select, and which is this one. Press OK. So yeah, this looks good. And we wanted to replace. Okay, before replacing this, delete this one, delete this one, delete this one, and keep selecting. Shift and keep selecting object. Move and move it to the middle. So it's sitting here. And move to the middle. And now let's hold shift, select this, and type replace block. Press N, and press S to select from block. Choose this one, and yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, that's starting to look way better. Now to create size variations, there is two methods. The first is you select one of these and make unique and start editing it. And the second one is to just delete, maybe for example, editing this one and use a scale in one direction, like this point, and start scaling like this. So this is an approach, and I think I will use this one. I'm going to delete this two, scale in one direction, something like that. I think I'm going to change the dimension of this one. So double click, isolate, hold Control Shift maybe. I think I'm going to the one of the views. So let's go to the front view, switch to the shaded mode. No, so yeah, not the front end. Let's set it to the back maybe. Double click, open the project, type move. I'm going to move it until it snaps to this one to have something like this. And for this one, I think I will move it up 0.5. Move this more, something 0.25. This will provide some kind of shading, better shading. Maybe moving this 0.2 to have more depth, and it's okay. Now I might start scaling this maybe by -1 to have more variations. This one too, so not all of them having the same orientation. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good actually. Kill this one, but yes, they still need more size variations. So delete some of this object, start scaling one direction. Maybe deleting this one. And I think I will add more depth to this part. So hold Control Shift to select this face and move it to maybe 0.05. Have more depth. Move this 0.2. It's also 2. This one, 2 from here, 0.2 from here, 2, 2. Okay, now let's start adding materials for. I think I'll need. Okay, no, before adding material, for this part in the corner, I need to add like a seam like this one too. So I forget the length of this one, so I'm going to measure it. It was 0.05. Double click, choose auto discipline, select this one. Double click border and double click the border of this one too. Control Shift, select the curve, offset 0.05. This one also offset 0.05. And let's select these curves, surface, select this curve, click the surface, and select the surface extruded by 0.1 maybe. And this surface extruded by 0.12. Let's create boolean difference. Or just was it 0.1 or 0.05? It was 0.1, yes. So double click, click the surface extruded by 0.1, create boolean difference. This one, and yeah, delete this one. From here also extruded by 0.1, create boolean difference. What? Select this surface extruded by 0.1, create boolean difference. For this corner, let's select all these curves and delete them. Select curves, delete. Okay, for this corner, let's. I want to make it close, so I'm going to draw another polyline here. Let's delete this point and let's extrude this polyline. Shift, select this face, move, press tab, move in this direction, press tab to move in this direction, and create polygon union. Yeah, this corner now looks good. I want to do the same for this one. So double click. I think there is an easier approach, but first I'm going to select the curves, the layer of the curve, because when its color is red, it's more clear. Select this and create offset 0.1 and make it flat, and extrude it down by 0.05. And move, create a copy, vertical, here, boolean difference, and let's delete object. It's okay. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Now let's start adding layers. So adding materials. So I'm going to add the material using the layers. So here, let's click on this white circle and create a new material, custom. Let's name it glass, and let's give it maybe some kind of blue color. Some transparency, reflection, closeness, and reflection. Press OK, and for the mullion also click on this circle, custom material. Let's name it mullions, black mullions, and let's give it a black color. Add some glossiness, some reflection, and it's okay. So here we go, we have our mullions. And now for the cladding. For the cladding, I'm going to test a few materials. So let's see. Let's name it cladding 1. Let's come to the color and let's choose material. I have some material that I downloaded from SketchUp Club. Let's go to the metal maybe. Switch to the large facade cladding. We have a lot of options. I think I'm going to use, let's see how this one will look. It's okay. Okay, yeah, for the size, I'm going to come here, and for the mapping, I'm going to use WCS box mapping, and for the size, let's make it maybe 2 meter. It's okay. This looks so bad. It's like a tile. So yeah, I'm going to change it. Maybe using another material. Maybe this one. This one looks good. But for the size, let's make it maybe 5. And for the orientation, I think we need to rotate it. We can rotate it maybe from here by 90 degrees. But still the color doesn't look that good. So I think I'm going to set it to 50%, maybe 60. Still don't like it. I think I'm going to give it just some kind of flat colors, maybe white semi-gloss color, semi-gloss, but let's give it a little bit of reflection, and no, not too much. It's okay. This actually doesn't look bad. Let's give it some kind of flat color, maybe gray. Maybe loading some kind of plaster, maybe. So let's go to plaster. Let's see, maybe old plaster. Give it some kind of roughness, but set it to maybe 20%, 25. And for the size, let's use box mapping 5. Okay. Yeah, actually, this roughness makes it more realistic. It looks better. Okay, yeah, I wanted to try to test a few different design options. So the first thing, I think I'm going to give this part with the windows different color. So double click to edit the block and select this object. And let's come here to the material. And I'm going to, instead of use layer material, I'm going to apply material by object. So let's select this material, and it says I want to duplicate it. So I select this material, and we can come here and choose duplicate. Let's name it make brown. Add not semi-gloss. Let's set it just brown bent. And here in the color, I'm going to give it some kind of brown color. Maybe something like this. And it's okay. So now we have some variations. And the second thing that I want to do, maybe in reducing the thickness of this cladding part. So double click to edit and hold Control Shift. Let's switch to the shaded mode. Hold Control Shift. Select all this part. Type move. And let's move it maybe 0.5. And it's okay to have some kind of depth. And I'm going to do the same for these parts. So let's come here, go to the top view, hold Control Shift, move this 0.5, hold Control Shift, move this 0.5. It's okay. Double click to edit the corner part. The top, hold Control Shift 0.5, hold Control Shift edit part and 0.5, and press OK. And switch to the render mode to see how it looks. Okay, now so we have more depths. And there is another design option I want to test, which is replacing this part with a corner window. So instead of having too much panels like this, I'm going to make it some kind of corner window, but I want to change the pattern a little bit. So I can start editing this part, but I'm going to speed the part of editing this. I'm going to speed this part since we're going to do the same method we applied here. Let's view this object. Okay, now this looks better, but now let's start trying to make this part corner window. So hold shift and start selecting all these panels, this corner, and all of this. And let's type make unique. And by the way, I didn't hide, let's hide the mask, we don't need it. So yeah, now it appears, the transparency of the glass appears. Okay, now I'm going to edit this part. So let's come here and select the mullion. Let's draw, oh, sorry. So let's choose 3-point box. Let's do a mullion here, maybe 0.2 and 0.05. So we have a mullion here. Create a copy. Another one here. And another here. 0.05. Let's delete this. This down here. And create a glass. Select this one. This point and 0.02. Switch to the ghost mode. Select. Choose move. Snap to the middle. Move it here. It's okay. So have this glass here. Now let's convert these two into corner window. So to shaded mode, double click to edit this one. And I'm going to create a copy, this one, double click, Control V, I press Control C, Control V to create a copy. This one here, rotate this, move, place it in here. And let's choose a mullion layer. Let's draw here and here, offset 5.2, make sure cap is flat, get the surface, delete the curve, and let's extrude this by 0.05 and select it again, copy vertical, and let's place it in here. Now let's draw another curve here, but select the glass layer. Let's offset it, create an offset, but make it none instead of the cap, and make it 0.1. Now for this one, offset again, but make it now both sides and 0.01 and the cap flat. It's okay. Get the surface. Let's delete this one. Select the surface, type move vertical, move it here, and now type extrude surface and extrude it to this point to have our corner window. Now type SELCRV to select the curves and delete them. It's okay. So we have this corner window. Now for this one, I think this one, double click to edit, use the remaining object and just draw a mullion, square mullion here, like this. Until this point, delete this one, and press OK. But you know what? I want this part to be also a corner window, so I'm going to delete all of this. I'm going to create a copy of this part, choose copy, vertical, and select this point and snap to this point, and another one in here, and another one in here. Select this one, this one, this one, and type make unique. Now double click to edit, hold Control Shift, select this, and type move, press tab, move it here, Control Shift, just move, press tab to fix the movement in this direction, snap to this point, and press OK. So now we have our corner glass window. But still I want to add more details, so I think I'm going to add one more mullion here in the middle. So double click to edit and isolate, switch to the shade mode, select this mullion and choose copy, select it from the middle, and press tab to fix the movement in this direction and snap to the middle here. Now let's create Boolean difference between this panel, this one. So we have two panels. And for this one, also Boolean difference again between this one, and select this one, right click, select the Boolean, and here it goes, and press OK. And for this glass, I think I will change the setting of this glass too. So let's come here and come into glass and right click and choose duplicate and give it different color, maybe something like this. Let's change this one too, and let's reduce the transparency a little bit, also the closeness, maybe reflection. Yeah, no, this doesn't look that good. And okay, press OK. I think I need to edit the glass material a little bit, the setting of this glass material, increase the reflectivity a little bit, and for the color, make it something more like this. Press OK. It is starting to look better, and I think I will add few more mullions here. Copy, select from the middle, press tab to fix the mullion in the direction, add one here, and mirror, make it mirror by 5 degree, mullion difference, select the glass, and pull in difference again, select this one, select the mullion, and let's hold shift and change the glass material. So rendering, okay. See here, change the glass materials. This one. Okay, and here for this cladding part also, I think I will add some kind of seam here to show the division between each panel. So I'm going to hold Control Shift here and came here and choose, sorry, here, duplicate edge, delete this one. Let's create an offset 0.05. Select this one and create a surface. Delete the curves, select the surface and extrude by a value of 0.05 or 0.1 and create a Boolean difference. Okay, render. Okay, yeah, this looks better. Okay, yeah, I think this is enough for today. And of course, you can keep doing the same editing here, scale in one direction to change styles, and select the number scale by negative 1 to change the orientation of the glass. And you can start maybe selecting view of this object and type replace block instance, N for none and S for select, and select the glass panels to add some glass panels here, and so on. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you later.